Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a Dragon Ball Legends related video. While we won't be actually playing Dragon Ball Legends, of course, there is new news that I wanted to cover. If you're wondering where I got this, it is at the legends.dbz.space. It's kind of like the Dokkan DBZ space one, but of course this one is for Legends, obviously. And they released this beautiful image as well as the info about exactly how this new banner will work. Now, the most important thing, everybody's going to be like, well, where is this? Where is this? When is this coming? It comes out, well, my time, I actually am Mountain Standard Time, so that works out nicely for me. It is at 8 a.m. tomorrow. If you're on the East Coast of the United States, it'll be at 10 a.m. And then if you're on the West Coast, it'll be at 7 a.m. right now because of daylight savings. If you're in the UK or somewhere else, if you're in Japan, I don't know all the time zones, so I would expect this midday if you are, of course, on the other side of the globe. But yeah, this banner is actually kind of insane. So as you can see here, they brought back those special like golden tickets. So you can get a single sparking character with 1 or 10, obviously with 10 tickets. Now, the most important piece of information is if you do a consecutive summon with the 10 tickets, you are guaranteed that that last spot will be a Legends Limited unit. Now, they actually brought in Majin Vegeta. I thought this was going to cut off at Vegito Blue. So Majin Vegeta, he's just made his first reappearance since he was released, which is obviously now on the Broly banner. So this is huge for a lot of people because I think he was kind of one that slipped by and people were like, okay, well, I don't think I'm going to summon on this, which you shouldn't have, by the way. That banner wasn't the best value banner, in my opinion. But, he's back now. And another thing you'll notice is a 0.5% drop rate. That means 1 in approximately 200 units for each of these. Now, there are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that is a 5.5%. So basically 1 in 20 units is going to be these. Now, obviously, if you're doing the consecutive summon, you're guaranteed it, but that means the rest of the 9, you could easily end up with a double. Well, I don't want to say easily. You have a chance of getting a double or a triple LF multi, which is just ridiculous. The fact that you could pull some of these units. I mean, the Vegeta is great. Vegito Blue is great. Frieza is great. Vegeta Blue is great. The Piccolo is really good. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he's kind of starting to wear out his his novelty, but from what I've heard, he should be coming up on his Zenkai here soon, so that'll be basically the rebirth of him. Super Vegito is still good, especially with the rebirth to Fusion Warrior. Super Saiyan Goku is phenomenal if you Zenkai 7 him. Obviously, easier said than done, but I will have another video at some point here discussing what you should be doing with like the Super Chrono Crystals or the Legends tickets if you have them. And then also, of course, depending on what situation, but he's still super good. Super Saiyan Goten, honestly, out of all of these, I think is probably the biggest L that you could get from the Legends Limited. Especially for me, I've pulled him 3 or 4 times. I don't ever really use him. I don't think he's that great at this point. If he gets a Zenkai Awakening, it completely will change the dynamic of him as a unit. So we will see the next LF to get a Zenkai Awakening 100% should either be the Goten or the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I don't think they'll give it to Super Vegito, but anyways, so you've got 3 LFs here, all of which that have Zenkai. You have Beerus, you have Gohan, and you have the Goku. The Goku and the Gohan you can get for free if you do the Space-Time Rush, so those are great. And then basically anything from the Super Saiyan 3 Goku to current is still a pretty phenomenal unit in each of their teams if you use them correctly. Now, if you're not pulling them, what else could you pull? Well, this is where things actually are still really good. The Green Goku Black is really good, and if you get him to enough stars, he is super strong. So he is a phenomenal pickup. Perfect Form Cell is really good. I actually have not been able to use Bootanks yet, so I don't know much about him. I don't know much about Bergamo. Champa and Vados are both very, very good. The Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 I've heard are pretty solid. I don't know much about the Trunks or the Goten Kid. The Adult Gohan is really good. The Goku and Vegeta Blue are both pretty solid units. Lavender and Basil are both really good. That Super Saiyan Goku is really good. That Turles is really good. All of the second year anniversary units, so the full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the Omega, the Fusion Zamasu, and Super Saiyan Trunks are all still extremely solid units. That Super Saiyan Gotenks that transforms into Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is really good. The Pycon is okay. I don't have him, but I do know a decent amount about him to where I can say that he is still better than pretty good chunk of some of the Sparkings in this game, but he definitely is a little rough around the edges. Super Kaioken Goku is pretty good. That Vegito is still phenomenal. The Bardock is really good. Android 21 is solid. Baby Vegeta, if nothing else, is a good bench unit. First Form Cell is pretty good. And then we get into... Well, actually, this Kefla is also still pretty insane. Unfortunately, UI Goku kind of took her out of the meta for the time being, but she is still very good if you are up against somebody that is not him, especially the new Broly. So then you kind of just get into some bench units. So Super Baby, Super Janemba, Super Gogeta, Super Saiyan Vegeta. A lot of these are just going to be units to warm up your bench. Now, surprisingly, one of these units that I do not have, and if I can pull him, I will be super happy, is that Frieza, that Final Form Frieza right there, the red one. I do not have him, and I would like to make a Lineage of Evil team because I really want to test it out in this game. Wicked Bloodline and Dokkan is one of my favorite teams to use just because it flows together so nicely, so I would like to get him if possible. And then you're gonna get down to where, okay, some of these units, although that Gohan Youth is still pretty good, Kid Buu is still pretty solid, Bardock is still pretty solid, so I guess those bottom four are all pretty good, but like Rose's old, Raditz is pretty rough, Bojack's a little rough, the Cooler and the Freezer are both pretty good, the Super Saiyan 4s are alright, but you look at, now, this is the one thing that I don't know is how many tickets are you able to get? They're going to limit you. They're not going to let you get, 600 tickets and just go absolutely massive on the banner. I would personally estimate that you will be able to get somewhere between 30 and 60 tickets. I think 50 would probably be a fair bet, but if not 50, you can probably get somewhere between, I would say probably at least 40. I think 30 is the bare minimum, and that would I think would really kind of hurt them, because this is if, and this is an if. I still do not ever recommend spending money, but if you are ever like, oh, well, I have a little bit of money, especially this time of year, it is the holidays, so, Christmas just passed, you might have some money that you're like, hey, I want to allocate some of that to Legends. This is the time. Now, the most important thing to remember is this banner is not here long. It is only here for, as you can see, it's only here until the 9th of January, and then it will be gone for a year, where then they will obviously have it reappear with updated units. Now, this banner is super, super good, and every unit you get is going to be a Sparking, so for players who maybe just started the game, this is the best banner that you can get to start up with. It is the equivalent of the Dokkan New Year's banner, which I do not know anything about yet. If I do get information, I will make sure to pass that on, but I did want to share this since I saw this, so it will be out tomorrow morning, or so from right now. Obviously you can see it's 9 p.m. my time, so in 11 hours it will be going live, so, but that's basically it, guys. Just wanted to share that little nugget of wisdom. The best things, I guess, before we go, I will go over, I think, the top 3 best units that you can get. I think that Vegito Blue, I think that, honestly, that Vegeta Blue, and then, depending on your box, there's actually like a 3-way tie that you could go here. The Majin Vegeta, the Frieza, and the Piccolo are all really good. It all depends on what teams you can build. So the Frieza is really good, obviously, if you have a full Lineage of Evil team. That Majin Vegeta is really good if you have a full, I think he's a Saiyan? I think he's just a Saiyan until you get him to 3 stars. Once you get him to 3 stars, then he gets Vegeta's family. And then the Vegeta Blue And Vegito, I mean, they're really solid no matter what because they're on the God Key team, which is stacked. And then Piccolo Regeneration. Regeneration has kind of fallen off, but it is still a solid team, and there are a lot of units that are on it and benefit from it. So those would be what I would aim for. Really, you can't go wrong. Like I said, the Goten's probably the worst, but the number one thing to always remember about Legends is the same thing as Dokkan. A unit at any time can get some sort of update or upgrade through the Zenkai system, and the Zenkai units are always ridiculously good. Some of them legitimately become like the number one units in the game. So you have to keep that in mind. Even if you pull something that right now isn't the best, later on it will be better. So that is going to be it for this one, guys. I highly, highly, highly advise anyone who is looking to spend money, do it on this. I know the Gogeta and the Broly banners are very, very tempting because you have those beautiful new units that are both really good. But you could go 10,000 Chrono Crystals and not pull anything. Where on this, you do a multi, you're guaranteed an LF. So you could get 10,000 Chrono Crystals. Most likely with the same amount of money you put into that, you can get 20 or 30 of these tickets, depending on what the price is. And I will have a video on this tomorrow morning going over, okay, what are we looking at in terms of this banner? How many summons can I get? And should I stop at a certain point? We'll cover some of that tomorrow once I, get the in-game, the store deals and everything, and we'll cover that. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like. Should be a subscribe as well as a recommended video up on the screen for you to check out some more Legends, Dokkan, whatever you may be looking for. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you tomorrow on New Year's Eve, where we will be summoning on this banner. So I wish all of you the best of luck who are summoning on this banner. Genuinely, I hope you get whatever you want. If you are not going in on this and you are going on the Broly and Gogeta banners, I can't really blame you. They're still great banners, and I wish you, of course, the best of luck pulling those Brolys and Gogetas. But yeah, guys, I will catch you in the next one. So later.